Hello and welcome to the Library Connection. I'm Summer Newman-Ernest, and joining me today is Mrs. Vanessa Green. She's the Chief Business Development Officer at Coosa Valley Medical Center, which is a long title, and I know that your duties are even longer than that. So anyone who's been out and around town has seen Miss Vanessa at pretty much every event. Anywhere that there's good food, she's there. And so today we're going to talk about some of the things you have going on, events, but first just get to know you kind of things. How long have you lived in this area?
Well, I'm actually a Coosa County girl, so I was born and raised in the area, and I've been at Coosa Valley Medical Center for about 33, I keep saying 33, it must be growing by now, 34 years.
Wow.
And of course, a lot of people know my story because I've told it before. I actually started at Coosa Valley when I was 15 as a candy striper. And thanks to several people, Donna Dickey, who we all know and love, she was one of our leaders. And I guess at that point I began to grow a desire to get in healthcare. Right. I kind of thought about a nurse at one time and thought, oh, I don't like blood, I don't like all that. So obviously that wasn't for me.
Right.
But I'm so thankful that God found me a place because, you know, being in a hospital is a great way to just serve other people and to be able to minister to people and to help people. And my original, and I guess I still am, as a social worker, and people will say, why'd you do that? Well, I want to help people. Right. Well, I'm so thankful it grew into a lot more, but I still get that opportunity. So that's kind of how it all started. I've been around forever, it feels like, and want to be around for another 100 years if I can.
Well, and if you have to work somewhere, Coosa Valley Medical Center is a great organization. And,
yes, it is.
A hospital to work for.
I've been there so long now, I think that they call me the historian.
You can tell us,
I cannot remember everything. Book. I do remember how we've changed, you know. We were Sylacauga Hospital, and then Coosa Valley Baptist, and then back to Coosa Valley. So literally, I feel like I've had the privilege to, you know, live that journey.
Right.
And I know a lot of times people say, you've been there that long, you didn't move around, whatever. I just have never one day had a desire to move or go. I mean, I still always say in our orientation classes, I mean, I still get up with that passion to just want to get up and go and do and see how we can make a difference. So my prayer is I keep that, and with a team of people, you know, I have a fabulous team that I work with, and
well, you know, what a testament that we are so thankful that you stayed here to give your gifts and talents to the community, which you do on a daily basis.
Well,
and
thank you, Summer.
When you started at Coosa Valley Medical Center, what was your position? Were you doing social work there? Or?
Well, actually, strangely enough, I was hired so we could start the auxiliary, which is kind of ironic because today kicks off National Volunteer Week, and I know that's not what we're here to talk about, but I'm going to give them a shout out because they are a fabulous group. And so back in the day, that was kind of what all hospitals were doing, but we, Coosa Valley, or then Sylacauga Hospital, did not have the staff, so I had the opportunity to come on board, and what I did was checked on patients. I helped a lot in the nursing home. I just had kind of like an array of things to do. And from there, it's just developed into a lot of different roles and into some administration roles. And I've had the opportunity to go back several years back and spend some time with the Baptist Health System when we were with them, and to learn a lot about administration. So I don't know, I'll just tell you that the opportunity, the career has just evolved. And I
don't understand everything. I don't understand how you do everything that you do. I really, we were talking the other day, and I said, everywhere I go, I see you, and it's some other event, or you're setting up for something else. I don't know when you sleep because it's morning, noon, night, you're everywhere.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. You know, a few weeks ago when I was being recognized for something, I said, you know, I felt kind of guilty because when you get recognized for doing something you love to do and something that you are called to do and what people expect you to do, but anyway, it's a lot of fun. And you know, Coosa Valley Medical Center has worked so hard over the last several years to you know, bring the new building, to bring new physicians, and then all the awards that our clinical team has been able to work so hard and so diligent to be recognized for. I mean, it's just a fun place to come and promote. And that seems kind of odd because it's a hospital.
Right.
And I always tell people, hey, we do not want you to be sick, but if you are, we want you to choose Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Right.
And so I just get excited about what's happening. You know, hospitals and smaller towns sometimes are struggling.
They are.
But we are working diligently to bring right people, right services, you know, right physicians, do new things, and to keep great health care in our community.
Well, and it just continues to grow. And I know as I'm talking to people, trying to get people to Sylacauga, one of the biggest selling points is the hospital, because of course you want to have easy access to health care and to good quality health care. And I know, I mean, living down the street, we can walk there, and especially for an older population, that's an attraction. If you want to retire here, that you have that, and that you have all of the doctors and needs that you could easily get in Birmingham without the drive.
Absolutely, because the drive is tough.
Sure, it is.
And
my mom doesn't even like to drive to Birmingham.
The older you get, it's even harder, but you know, why do that?
Right.
You know, because we really do have quality physicians and healthcare right
and the
here.
Facilities are beautiful. I love, you know, the entrance, and as you're driving by, it's so nice. And we can't not talk about the food. Because I know that's kind of under your umbrella, right?
And Summer, you know, I get so much credit for that food, and you know, even when I open the back door of the kitchen, they're like, don't come in here.
No. Just
so
let them do their work. I want to make sure
you guys know I'm not cooking that great food. I just have the opportunity to help present it, promote it, and there's a great team of people behind those doors that make that happen every day.
There sure is. And I know that's something that people coming into town, like, everybody eats at the hospital. It's so good. Why would you not? You know, I have that on speed dial, the cafe, and I'm listening to what the menu is, you know, and you know that if there's banana pudding, you better get there quickly because it'll be gone.
There's a few items that we have that you know that within an hour it's gone.
Right. So the Hickory Street Cafe is great, and so you can actually go there to eat. But I know that you are actually out putting the food out at different events. Where are some of the places that you guys cater for?
Well, you know, we're very fortunate that people, you know, are asking us, because that's good for us as well. We can't accommodate everybody. I mean, just last week I'm like, I don't know how we're going to get all these requests in, but we do a lot for our school system, and we appreciate that. You know, they're calling on us. It's that time of the year. It's teacher appreciation time. Right. It's you know, it's celebrating various things among the schools, so they use us a lot. We even do a lot of personal catering. Of course, you know, we serve the Rotary Kiwanis every week, Christian women every month, and
Arts Council,
the Art Council, the Chamber Banquet. So we are privileged, honored, thankful that these people trust, depend, and ask us. You know, it seems kind of weird, but thank you for choosing us, because it's an opportunity for us as well.
Well, we love it. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be joined once again by Miss Vanessa Green, talking more about all the activities at Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Beating the train? It's a deadly game.
Come on, dude. You can beat it.
Always stop at crossings. Never drive around gates or flashing lights.
What's the matter, you chicken?
It's not only illegal, it'll get you killed.
Buck.
Remember, the train always wins. So let it. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Indian Valley Elementary School is brought to you by King's Pawn and Jewelry and Tax Service and Curtis and Son Funeral Home. Congratulations, Kaylin and Haley Cannon from Indian Valley Elementary School. This Star Student of the Month was brought to you by King's Pawn and Jewelry and Tax Service and Curtis and Son Funeral Home.
Come experience the 8th Annual Magic of Marble Festival beginning April 5th through the 16th. Tour the local quarries, see international artists breathe life into their sculptures. Enter the 5K and 1 mile fun run. Savor local flavor at the Taste of Sylacauga. Roam all over town collecting clues for the scavenger hunt. All this and more April 5th through the 16th. For more information, drop by B.B. Comer Memorial Library or the Chamber of Commerce.
Hello and welcome back to the Library Connection. I'm Summer Newman Ernest, and joining me once again is Mrs. Vanessa Green. She's the Chief Business Development Officer at Coosa Valley Medical Center. We've all seen her around town, and she wears many hats and has been with Coosa Valley Medical Center for quite some time. There's some exciting things coming up. There's always exciting things coming up for you every day, I know. But one of the things that we wanted to focus on was the 5th annual Women's Event. Tell me something about that.
Oh, Summer, it just gets better and better. I find myself saying to people, hey, this is going to be the best one, and I'm saying it again this year. It's going to be the best one, and I don't know if I'm saying that because it keeps growing and growing. I mean, some of you may know that we are totally out of tickets. We have a waiting list. We're hoping to get a few more people in from that waiting list, but we're just so excited. And I know it's the speaker, but I like to also think that it's just the excitement it brings to town.
It's the event itself, it really is.
Yeah, I hope it's a combination, because really this is centered around women's health. We kind of get caught up. I have to remind myself, last week I was saying, now don't forget, this is about teaching women how to take care of themselves. It's not all about Jenny Robertson that's coming to town that's so famous, but it's about teaching women about their health and maybe even identifying a few health issues. We'll be taking blood pressure, we'll be checking your pulse ox, we'll be doing your body mass index. Now, nobody likes to do that unless you, Summer.
No, that's not true.
But those are things that, if nothing else, we walk away saying, this is something I need to work on.
Right.
Heart health in women is, huge. I mean, it's the #1 killer, silent killer in women. We know that. I mean, we all fight as we get older, especially, the weight thing and nutrition and exercise. Much different from you young women I see running all over town.
Well, running after kids, you don't have a choice, really.
Yeah, I remember those days. But, we'll be focused on that. And we'll also be focused on telling you some services at Coosa Valley. Every day I get up and realize that there's so many things that we have, and we talk about it all the time in the community, but never do I not find somebody that doesn't know we have a sleep center, or that we have the geriatric site, or we just started a new service called New Vision that is a medical detox service, which is going to be wonderful, because it's going to help people that maybe have found themselves on that journey, but we can help them get off and then get to a recovery program. But there's so many things that we're doing at Coosa Valley, and I say often it's kind of boxed in on that street, and we have to take it to the community.
Definitely.
I tell people all the time, I mean, whether you're at Walmart or the service station, or in your churches or in your service organizations, please talk about what we have, so that people can get connected. And we want a healthier community. I mean, that's along with the Healthy Talladega County
Healthy Initiative.
I serve on that committee, and that's important. And it's all about, before we get too sick, keeping ourselves healthy. And a lot of that comes along with making sure you get your screenings done. I mean, we'll be focused on memos next week. That's huge for women. If you have not had your mammogram, please do that. So many things that we just need to either be reminded of or learn about, not to mention the great fun and prizes and atmosphere that we're going to have.
Well, and I feel like for women, a lot of times we're so concerned with taking care of everybody else or our children that sometimes we put ourselves on the back burner when it comes to our own health. And so I think it is important, because guess what? If mom's not healthy, then she can't take care of anybody. And a lot of it is preventative, and maybe not even knowing if you've not had, I don't know when I had my cholesterol tested, and so offering that and just bringing awareness, like you said, to the services that you add. And so that starts, I guess, at 5.
That starts at 5 o'clock. Now, there'll be people in line before 5. So, if you want to be the first one to get your blood pressure checked, you might want to be a little earlier. But, we'll be at J. Craig Community Center. We'll be outside, and there'll be a big tent. You'll register there, or just let us know you're here, and then come in and start the health fair. Now, I guess I have to give a little secret away. It is going to be a Southern Tea Party. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So you come in, do a few health things, join us for a reception, a pre-reception. That's going to be all about, just what we'd had done if we were going to that good old fun Southern tea party.
I love it.
And then at 6, we'll be seated for dinner, and then we'll have Jenny Robertson. So it's going to be a fabulous night, and I keep saying I think this is going to be the best one ever. I think it's going to be the best one ever.
Every time. I know. I was lucky to sneak into a ticket. You know, I mean, they go so very quickly. And speaking about the speaker, I didn't even know who the speaker was, but I've got to have a ticket. And it's April 19th. I don't know that we mentioned the date at J. Craig. And so Jenny Robertson, I'm not familiar with her. Tell me a little bit about your guest speaker.
I'm going to be honest. I was not, and I ran into so many people who said, like, you know, what has happened now, we've kind of got this thing going, men and women. So at the end of the events or whatever, we have community people saying, hey, can you get, you know, so, and that's great because it means it's become a community event. It's, you know, Coosa Valley's sponsoring it, but it's really all about the community. So I heard that about 5 times. I'm like, who is this lady?
Right.
And so, of course, you can Google anything. And so we began to do that and listen to a few of her clips. And, you know, she actually was from the Birmingham area. She went to Auburn University. She's also landed in the Carolinas. She was in the Miss America pageant. I understand she was Miss Congeniality for Miss America. So I guess that's kind of rolling off of that. And somewhere along her path, I guess we'll learn more next Tuesday night, she became a humorist, not a comedian.
Not a comedian.
She's very clear about it. She's a humorist. So, you know, I thought that would be perfect because one way to stay healthy is to laugh a lot.
That's my favorite thing to do. It really is. It is my absolute favorite thing to do.
It relieves so much stress. So I thought, you know what? A little bit different than what we've done in the past because we've had cancer survivors. Most of the time we've had somebody that's had a healthcare experience. Now, some of you may not know, but she's had one too recently. Around Christmas, she fell, broke a leg. That's why we had to delay. This was actually scheduled for March, but we've had to delay it because she actually has now had a healthcare journey. So she may have some new stories.
I'm sure she'll have some humor in that as well.
But we have talked to her. We've had a lot of people call, hey, is she going to be able to make it? She called a few weeks ago and spoke with Lindsay Johns, our outreach coordinator, who helps to, you know, orchestrate all of this. And I honestly couldn't even stay in the room because I thought she's going to reschedule. I'm like, I'll just walk out. All she needed was a rocking chair. She's like, I can't stand out the whole time. I'll just need a rocking chair.
That's
so
great.
We're excited about having her. I mean, if you haven't listened to some of her clips, I mean, it's hilarious. And the reason it's so funny is because it's about everyday life, and somewhere along her journey you'll say, oh, that happened to me. You
can identify.
Yeah, that's how it really works. She talks a lot about her spouse and sending him to the grocery store. Well, how many of us have done that and they've come back with everything except what was on the list?
I just stopped doing it. A long time ago, I stopped doing it. It wasn't worth the hassle, really.
So we're going to laugh a lot, and it's going to just be a good women's day, night out, you know. And of course the food's going to be fun and good, and all is well.
Let's take another quick break, and when we come back we'll talk more about the women's event and other things going on at CVMC.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Pinecrest Elementary School is brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home and the Allen Companies. Congratulations, Imam Abdur Rahim from Pinecrest Elementary School. This Star Student of the Month has been brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the Allen Companies, and TV 47.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Fayetteville School is brought to you by Survival Prepper 101 and State Representative Ron Johnson. Congratulations, Mackenzie Miller from Fayetteville High School. This Star Student of the Month has been brought to you by Survival Prepper 101, State Representative Ron Johnson, and TV47.
Hello and welcome back to the Library Connection. I'm Summer Newman Ernest, and joining me once again is Mrs. Vanessa Green, the Chief Business Development Officer at Coosa Valley Medical Center. We've been talking about all the wonderful things that go on at Coosa Valley Medical Center, and the one coming up next week, April 19th, is the Women's Health Event, the 5th annual one, which is always a huge event here in town. How many tickets have you sold?
Well, I'm almost afraid to say because I'm afraid Jim Armstrong is listening. But I would say this: we have literally maxed out what we can have in there. So we are over 400. We are there. So we're gonna be a little tight. But it's not going to ruin the night. Still going to be so much fun.
I say the more the merrier. And I know you said there's a waiting list, that there's going to be a great speaker, humorist, Jeannie Robertson. And two, like you said, the main reason is the health fair, is to promote health awareness and all of the wonderful things that you guys have to offer women.
Right. You know, our clinical team will be out there. And, you know, our clinical team, led by Amy Price, which, you know, you see her everywhere too.
And she's on our library board. So
yes, she is. She's doing a great job leading our clinical team and leading us through, you know, communicating and educating to our community about healthcare. And also, I know you know about the awards that we, you know, won under the leadership of our clinical team. So you'll see a lot of our nurses out there. Some physicians will be there. And I always say they're really the people that make it happen at Coosa Valley, because at the end of the day, it's all about the patient.
Right,
yes.
right. Yeah, you're just an added benefit, I know. But that's what, so many young people moving here and having babies, and so many in the past year, it seems like friends, and they've all gone to Coosa Valley Medical Center. And I tell them, it was the best experience ever. Where do you get such personal attention and love? And, you know, it's the whole
thing. It's family.
It is.
Yeah,
it really
it's family.
is.
It makes a difference to be a name and not a number.
I agree.
I mean, you know, we've all experienced those times when we felt like we were just a number, but you're not a number at Coosa Valley. I mean, you are a name, you know, and we're gonna be there. You're gonna have neighbors taking care of neighbors, and you know, we have some very outstanding clinicians in our town.
You do.
Very, very smart people.
Right.
So.
Well, and what I appreciate so much about Coosa Valley Medical Center is that you are a community partner with our library, for instance. What are some of the programming that?
Well, you know, we have community links, and we partner with our library, which, look, that venue is perfect for that.
It is.
Last week we had a physician going to speak. He called, he said, are they going to have, like, you know, a projector? Are they going to, I'm like,
yes.
Yes. I mean, like,
everything
I'm telling
you can imagine.
This is going to be perfect, you know, and he was so overwhelmed with all the things that they have, which just makes it richer for all of us, you know. So we appreciate, you know, Dr. Shirley Spears and the library and the staff. Her staff is wonderful, and they help us. I mean, we do not do that by ourselves. But Community Links is a program that we do 9 months out of the year. We do not do that in the summer. We turn it over to the children because they come in and take over. However, we're working on a little children's program this year connected with the hospital. So stay tuned, and it's going to be great. Talking about women's health, men's health. I'll give you a little hint.
Right.
I mean, kids' health.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't start out there and you see,
Right. So we're looking for something new for that. But we're excited to have Community Links because it brings a lot of great topics. It runs actually on the local channel for about 30 days. And, you know, this past month it was a great topic. You know, it was about being put to sleep and how many of us have that fear and how do you lose that fear? And the questions were great. Like, you know, how many times a year can you be put to sleep? You know, what does it take out of you? You know, what can you expect? Does my mind pop back when I'm put to sleep? You know, the questions were so valuable. So, and we run about 85 people there, and yet you know, you think, okay, we reached 85 people today. Well, I'm thinking we reach a whole lot more because those 85 take it out. And then, you know, we have the local TV station, which they're great to be there every month. So we have a lot of great topics. This next month, we're going to do Slide into Summer with our services and talking about all the services that we offer. We're going to do just some little commercial shots to just talk a little bit about all the things that we're offering, not all, but a few of the things that we're offering at Coosa Valley that people may not know about, that's inside of there that may benefit them from a health perspective. So anyway, great things happening, and we're excited to be a partner with the library.
I know, we're excited to have you as a partner because once again, anytime we can bring more people in, I've had so many people during the Marble Festival and going on tours that they're just amazed by the facility. They said, it's like a museum. I said, I know. And the best part of it is that the staff and the programming's even better than the facility, if that's believable. And so we are thankful to have those programs, and I know they're so informative because when can you ask a physician these questions, you know, what your one appointment a year maybe?
And what I love about that is I, you know, have people come up to me all the time, or a lady come up to me last time and said, I have a question, but I didn't want to ask it in a big group. Well, hey, he's standing right over there. You go have some private time.
Right.
And you know, that's a wonderful service because we all have those questions that we're afraid to ask.
Of course.
Or maybe, you know, from a health standpoint, it's private, you know.
Sure.
You don't want to ask in a group because you're thinking, oh, you know, what will people think? So it is a great service to the community, and we've been doing it for quite some time. I keep thinking we'll run out of topics, but we have not. In fact, I've told somebody, I think this past series has been one of our best. We've brought a lot of new topics, and we've had some new physicians that were just eager to get there and talk about, you know, the services that they bring to the community and why they chose Sylacauga, which is great for us.
It is. Well, and with all the wonderful things going on with Coosa Valley Medical Center, it's easy to see why you won the most recent award. Tell me about that one, the top 10?
Well, top 10, yeah, we were excited. A lot of times, you know, you find yourself on a list, and you know, we were found ourselves on that top 10 list thinking, okay, you know, how did this happen? But all that is driven off outcomes and our quality data. All that is, you know, now in healthcare they do all kind of benchmarking against your competitors,
just like you do in education or school systems, right?
Yeah, and to know that we were able to attain that. I don't know if anybody's looked at that list, but most of the people on that list are what I call the big boys, you know. And of course we always say, you know, big city medicine, you know, that small town touch, and that's what we think we are, and that's what we want to be, because we really do have all the bells and whistles. But you still get that name, that personal touch. But we're excited to be on the top 10. We're and
in the state,
and we're in the state, and we obviously are trying to make sure everybody knows. You've seen it outside, the big
the
billboards.
I love it. I love it.
But I think it's important for people to know the quality of care that we have at Coosa Valley. So that when they have that need, we always say we want to meet you at your point of need. That's one of our missions. And when you have that need, you will choose Coosa Valley.
Wow.
So,
Miss Vanessa Green, we are so thankful to have you in our community, to have your partnering with the library, and to host and feed us for all these wonderful events. We're looking forward to the women's event and hopefully a men's event coming up soon.
Men's event will be in August. Stay tuned. It's going to be great.
Can't wait. Thanks so much for joining us today on the Library Connection.